This is the recording. Hi everyone. Sorry about the setup here. I'm in my bed. I'm, unshaven, sweaty. It's 1:15 in the morning, but I can't sleep. I've been tortured for the past week by Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I have talked about it at length with my friends, with anybody who will listen, and I still just can't sleep. I can't get it out of my head. I can't. I have to just put it to rest. I have to put my thoughts to rest, and I need to share them with everybody. I cannot believe how bad that movie was. More significantly, I can't believe how little criticism, legitimate criticism, I'm seeing of this movie. I can't find it. I mean, I can see people. Let me preface first of all, before everyone starts hating on me. I'm looking past the camera at the mirror because I'm using my rear camera, so I can whatever. I'm a huge Marvel fan. I'm a huge fan of the character Doctor Strange. I never heard of him before Doctor Strange #1, but I was instantly sold on, his character. He's such a cool character. I don't believe in superhero fatigue yet, anyway. And I'm the target demographic for a Doctor Strange movie. I'm a young male. I want to be a doctor. Um, Magic is cool, I guess. I like wearing capes. I like superheroes. I like movies. The movie was made for me. It was made for people like me. So if someone like me, if I don't like the movie, that means I think that means it didn't do a good job at being the kind of movie it was supposed to be. I think. I'm gonna try and keep this short. I didn't write a script for this. I'm probably not gonna edit this. I'm tired. I'm tired of being tortured by this movie. I just need to get this off my chest. My biggest gripe with the movie, first, number one, is it is extremely uncreative. I don't know what happened between Doctor Strange 1, which was scratching the surface of what's so cool and the limits they could break with this character and his power, his unique powers and his power level. He had the sling rings, which were cool. And even in that first movie, in Doctor Strange 1, that you have concepts like the mirror dimension and the Eye of Agamotto that were kind of flipped on its head towards the end of the movie, and they introduced it to you slowly in the beginning, and then had Doctor Strange, because he's really smart, utilize it in a unique way to solve a unique problem by the end of the movie. This is why the Dormammu fight scene was so funny and so memorable, because it's like, hey, here's the time stone. I'm gonna use it to mess up everything, and now I'm gonna use it to put you in a time loop forever until you just give up and quit out of frustration. That was amazing, especially at the time. Go back and imagine how lame Doctor Strange 1 would have been if instead of doing that, he shot orange bursts of magic at Dormammu until Dormammu blew up or something and was like, "Ah, you killed me." And Dormammu shot his own blue blasts of magic. That would have been stupid. That would have been lame and uncreative, and it would have wasted the potential that you have with a character as cool as Doctor Strange. Now let's fast forward to Avengers Infinity War, when Doctor Strange is fighting Thanos. Haven't seen Infinity War in forever, but I remember, and I'm sure you all remember, how cool that fight scene was between Doctor Strange and Thanos. That's like, whoa, we really get to see what Doctor Strange is made of. What has he been studying all this time? He cloned himself. He did so many different things. He sucked in a black hole, and in the mirror dimension, he threw the mirror dimension at Thanos. It was awesome, and still it was only scratching the surface of the limits that Doctor Strange could reach, given his unique powers and his unique abilities. And so Doctor Strange 2, I was super excited. I'm sure everyone was, to see. Now, what new, cool, creative things are they going to do with the character? What cool, unique uses of magic and the mystic arts are we going to get showcased in beautiful CGI in this movie? And we got like nothing. It was so disappointing because it was so uncreative. Every fight scene. Hey, I'm going to use orange magic. It's always orange for some reason. I'm going to use orange magic to be like a giant saw blade and cut this bus in half. That fight scene was so disappointing. I'm going to use magic to make hands out of magic to grab a lamp, like a lamp post. I don't know what you call them, a lamp post, a street light, a street lamp, and stab it in the monster's eye. It's like, that's what you're going to do with your magic? You're going to make a saw blade, which you can just do? Like Iron Man, you know, you can just use Iron Man's nanotech, and you're going to make hands out of magic? Just use your, you know, it's like, what are you doing? Why don't you summon like a monster to like fight for you? Or why don't you make the lamppost like sentient, like give it legs and make it just like dive head first into the monster, right? At least, you know, be more creative. Wong too, it was like, hey, I'm gonna fight Wanda by making a sword, or not even making a sword, but just grabbing a sword. And then I know this is a real weapon, it's like a man-made weapon, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a sword attached to a chain. It's like two swords, and you Nobu used it in Daredevil and he messed Daredevil up with it. But Wong, you know, Sorcerer Supreme, by the way, is like, hey, I'm gonna make this sword and I'm gonna attach it to a magic chain, an orange magic chain, and just swing it around. And then later on, when he's hanging from the cliff, he's like, hey, I'm gonna take a spearhead, a random regular spearhead, and I'm gonna attach it to, you guessed it, a magic orange chain, and use it to like shank a monster in the head and drag him down into like a bottomless cavern. It's like, come on, the Sorcerer Supreme, really? Like, where's the mirror dimension? Where's the cloning? Like, where's the, you know, shadow clone jutsu and you know, reality warping and stuff like that? Like, they didn't do that in this movie. Wanda, she just eventually was reduced to, I'm going to throw orange magic at people. And, you know, sometimes it was cool, sometimes it was whatever. They just could have done a lot more. And with Wanda, I don't care. Marvel sucks at their villains, you know, especially when it comes to like fight scenes and power levels and stuff and creative uses. But I expected it from Doctor Strange because it's a Doctor Strange film, right? At least the Sorcerer Supreme, show us something cool, you know? That was disappointing. It was supremely uncreative, and that kind of leads me into my second. Again, and people are going to say, what about the zombie, like reanimated Doctor Strange from an alternate universe with demons as a cape? It's like, okay, but what happened? What did he do? It was still Doctor Strange animating that, like possessing that corpse. He flew with the demons. And then he just kind of threw the demons at Wanda to hold her. And then Wong made like an orange cage of magic around her and they just held her. That's it. Like, that's what they did. I don't remember, like, maybe I'm forgetting something, but that's all that they did. You know, it wasn't even Doctor Strange didn't even do anything. It was the demons that did that in that fight. Which is like, really? Like, they're you know, there's nothing else you guys could have thought of, nothing cool. At least like flip gravity, at least like invert gravity or something like that. Or you remember in Doctor Strange 1, make that hallway like stretch into infinity, so Doctor Strange was just running in place when he was being pursued in the sanctum, the New York sanctum. Anyway, my second major gripe is they totally wasted all the potential they had with the multiverse. No Way Home did it a lot better, and quite frankly, I'm going to get hate for this, but Rick and Morty did it way better than Doctor Strange. It's like, you have the multiverse, you have this arrogant, right, genius, all-powerful male protagonist, just like Rick, and he has access to the multiverse now. I guess he doesn't really have access to it in the movie, but it's like, that, then just change the movie, give him access to it. He obviously does. Like the multiverse open just say like he studied it and he figured it out. And we got one Doctor Strange in the beginning that spoke Spanish and died within like 5 minutes, and then an evil recluse shut-in Doctor Strange. Just like, come on. It's like, hey, I'm the evil version of you. It's like, dude, Fairly Odd Parents did this first with Cosmo and that blue version of Cosmo, Wasmo or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember. But the one that's like super smart. It's like the opposite of Cosmo. The anti-fairy, anti-Cosmo. There you go. That's just boring. I'm sorry. That's just boring. And their fight was also boring. And I'll get into that in a little bit. But the whole movie, I was waiting for him to interact with a bunch of different Doctor Stranges. And I thought, it's such a simple formula that they all they had to do was bring in a bunch of Doctor Stranges. They butt heads because guess what? They're all arrogant. They're all kind of different. And then at the end, they team up and they complement each other's strengths and compensate for each other's weaknesses to beat the final boss. That's all you had to do. And it would have been so good, especially with Marvel's trademark humor and one-liners and funny scenes and cool, nifty scenes. It's like, you could have had a Doctor Strange that's like, yeah, my cape is green. And one's like, yeah, my cape is just blue. That's cool. Hey, I'm Doctor Strange, but I'm Doctor Strange if he went bald, right? And that just, here's how that affected my personality. And now I'll make jokes about like hair loss, or I'll be like, that's a wig, nice wig, man. Like, it's like, that's funny. And then the real Doctor Strange is like, I'm not bald, dude. Like, this is my real hair. And he's like, whoa, what spell did you use to get your hair like that? And he's like, it's just real. Hey, what do you keep in your eye of Agamotto? And they just, a Doctor Strange that's like, hey, I got a PhD instead of going to med school. And I got a PhD in music theory. So I am a doctor technically, but I'm a doctor of music theory. And that's just a funny joke. Like, that belongs in a Marvel movie. That would have been hilarious. And it would have made that weird music fight with evil Doctor Strange at the end of the movie, which, by the way, was just them hurling blasts of magic energy at each other, which is so boring. But it would have made it had some payoff and more fun. And the whole movie, they just clown on music theory Doctor Strange, and at the end of the movie he ends up saving all of them. No Way Home did it really well with the different Spider-Men. That was just fun to watch because it was it was the same character but three different interpretations of the character, and watching them interact and learn from each other and think about, reflect on their own lives after interacting with different versions was just, I could have eaten that up for days and days and days. Oh, you guys have web shooters? Like, I don't have a web shooter. Oh, you guys ended up with the girl that you love? Like, I didn't. And, oh, your guys' Uncle Ben died? Like, my Aunt May died. And that's just, seeing that interplay was the best part of that movie, arguably. Seeing them interact with each other's villains, and, all you needed to do was just bring in a bunch of Doctor Stranges. They're all arrogant. They all fight and butt heads, but they complement each other's strengths, and they compensate for each other's weaknesses, and they all team up at the end to fight the final boss. I don't know if I said that or not. I ran out of space on my phone while recording one video, so I'm just picking up where I left off. I don't remember how much I included and how much I didn't. And then before I recorded this video, I recorded the whole thing, and my phone overheated and died in the middle, and I lost it. So forgive me if I repeated that. And that kind of leads into my third, that interplay thing kind of leads me into my third gripe, or is it the fourth gripe? I don't know. For reasons I explained before, is the arc was terrible in this movie. I've seen everyone lavish praise on this movie for, you always have to be the one holding the knife, and it's like a great character movie. No, it wasn't. It was redundant. We already got that arc in Doctor Strange 1, and it was done way better. Remember when the Ancient One fell? I need to pause. I need to make sure I didn't repeat this. Then I can't pause it. Whatever. Remember when if I'm repeating this, I'm so sorry. But remember when the Ancient One fell and from the mirror dimension and in the Doctor Strange 1, and then they had to operate on her, and that rival surgeon who he fought with, Doctor Strange took a step back and was like, you can literally operate on her instead of me. you can literally be the one holding the knife, the guy I hate the most, and I'll just chill. It's out of my hands. That was that because, it's not about, and then right after that, the Ancient One lectured him and was like, it's not about you, Steven. It's like, that was a beautiful arc. That was his arc in the first movie, is you don't have to be the one holding the knife. So why are you rehashing it in the second movie with less build-up, less development, less attention, less emotion, and people are praising this movie for that? This is where I'm like, what is going on? Why do people like this movie? Why is no one complaining about this? Or why is no one criticizing this movie? I haven't seen anybody do that. Especially when it comes to his character and his arc. It was stupid. His arc was stupid. If he even had an arc in this movie, I feel like he didn't change at all. But that's, besides the point. People have had issues with Doctor Strange's character. It just didn't even feel like a Doctor Strange movie, to be honest. And I guess my fourth and final gripe with this movie, I have way more, but these are the ones that I just feel crazy for being like the only one thinking, especially on the internet, especially about a Marvel movie, is I don't know, Sam Raimi. I don't care about Sam Raimi. I'm sorry. I just don't care about him. In the High Tops film, like his video essay about this movie, of course he loved it. And the thumbnail has the word Raimi in it, which is just like, why, dude? It's a Doctor Strange movie, but it's like, and in the video, I quote, or I might misspeak, I'm paraphrasing, but he's like, this is a movie for Raimi fans. He said that, this is a movie for Raimi fans. It's like, excuse me? Am I crazy for wanting a Doctor Strange movie to be for Doctor Strange fans? I feel like most of the praise this movie is getting is because people are just blindly in love with the director, Sam Raimi. And that's not really a fair way to assess the movie. It's like, it's making you blind to its really, really glaring, really terrible flaws that ruined the movie for me. And I wanted to like the movie. I liked everything about the character, the setup, the premise, the plot. I liked everything about it. I wanted to like the movie. And I liked everything about it leading up to the movie. And then once I actually saw the movie, I was waiting the whole way through. Past the second act, I was like, dude, now it's going to get good. Now it's going to get good. Now they're going to introduce all the different Doctor Stranges, and they're going to work together. And the movie just was bad forever, for the entire runtime. It was it was such a bad movie. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm just disappointed. I'm let down because I was so excited for it. I even dressed up for this movie. I don't know. I'm going to just edit this in the YouTube editor because I'm tired. It's like 2 a.m. So if I can upload an image, I'll show you guys my costume. But I was really excited for this movie. I really wanted to like this movie. And I just don't think it's fair to praise this movie just because you like the director. It's like, well, what did the director do? The movie faded. The editing was weird. There were like 3 different fade to blacks in the movie as transitions. I thought you were only supposed to do that in TV shows for a commercial break, which is true. Go on to Netflix, watch a show that has been made in the era of streaming. Watch a show that was meant to be streamed and count how many times the scene fades to black. It's 0. I can guarantee you, for almost any show you pick, in any episode, it's going to be 0 transitions like that because there's no commercial breaks. Because it's not a normal TV show. So why are you doing it in a Doctor Strange movie? Why are you cutting to black? It's so jarring. It just takes you out of it. There's a whole litany of issues with the editing, with the directing, the script, the dialogue. Oh my God, the dialogue was so bad. I'm really tired. I can't think of any specific examples, which I know destroys my point, but my God, the dialogue was atrocious. And I don't know. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video if people care. If enough people argue with me on this one, because I know I'm right, and I know that this movie was was totally below the bar. I mean, the bar was set high, but it was way too below the bar. You know, I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed, and I hate Sam Raimi now because, you know, people. It's just like, you know, when everyone really likes a thing, and it makes you not like it. You know, it's like, dude, and especially when the thing doesn't deserve to be liked as much as it does. I had to make this I had to make this video. I had to just say this because no one else will listen to me say it, because I've talked myself to death about how much I dislike this movie. And, you know, behind every angry person is a hurt person. I know I look and sound like a dumb, you know, weird comic book nerd, you know, shut in, but like, I don't know, I really like the Doctor Strange character. The movie was important to me when it came out. I really connected with it. I really connected with the character. This was something I was excited about. This was something I was passionate about, and just seeing it so mishandled, and the potential of this character, and, you know, the kinds of stories you could tell, the kind of cool fight scenes you could do, the kind of arcs you could have, just so blatantly, disgustingly wasted. It just made me upset. I'm not like, I'll live like I'm fine. It didn't like ruin my life, but I don't know. I'm making this video, I guess, as a cry for a call into the void. I don't know what expression. I'm so tired, but it's like, dude, is there anybody else out there? This is the thesis of my video. Is there, if you're out there, whoever, the handful of you that didn't like the movie, please comment, please like send me a message or something, call me, text me, email me, just please let me know that I'm not the only one out there who was disappointed and disliked almost every part of this movie. But that's my video. This is like my third time recording it. I'm so tired. I'm tired of talking about this movie. I'm tired of thinking about it. I'm tired of filming this, but yeah, I hope you guys, yeah, I don't really hope for anything. I honestly don't care what you guys do with this video. I don't care. Whoever's the 2 people, 3 people that watch this, eat your heart out. I made this video for me. I made this video for the one guy out there who also hates this movie. And I'm making this video in the hope that Kevin Feige and Benedict Cumberbatch and the future director of the next Doctor Strange movie will see it and be like, whoa, like, this is good. This is a good point, and it'll motivate them to change things for the better. That's all I can ask for. That's all I can hope for. This is way too long later. I feel like I had like a 5th point that I wanted to make. I can't remember any of the dialogue. I talked about how it's uncreative. Oh yeah, so in summary, the movie was very uncreative. It wasted all the potential of the multiverse. It didn't do anything interesting with that idea. The Sam Raimi, you know, this movie just got a green light because Sam Raimi was involved, but that doesn't really give it a pass, and that just makes me, you know, dislike the movie even more, because it's like, oh my god, dude, Tom Cruise is in this movie, it's gonna be epic, bro. It's like, dude, okay, but is the movie actually good? I don't hate Tom Cruise. I don't hate Sam Raimi. It's like how people hate Keanu Reeves on Reddit, because everyone is just like lavishing praise on Keanu Reeves, and they're being like cringeworthy in how obsessed they are with Keanu Reeves, and it's just like, dude, come on, like was John Wick 3 like really necessary or whatever, you know? Now I'm gonna get John Wick people disliking this video. I hated John Wick 2. But you know, I shouldn't have said that, but whatever, I don't care. Sam Raimi, that was my 4th gripe with the movie. I don't really remember what my 3rd gripe was. Oh shoot, I don't really remember what my, I need to make sure this is still recording. Yeah, it is. I don't remember what my 3rd gripe was, but did I even say a 3rd gripe? I did have one. Whatever, this is too long now. I'm going to sleep. And, oh yeah, his arc. His arc was terrible. It was non-existent in this movie. This movie was just weird. Didn't feel like a Doctor Strange movie. Didn't even feel like a Marvel movie in a bad way. Didn't feel like a Doctor Strange movie in a very bad way. One last time, because this is my strongest point, I'm a Marvel fan. I am the target demographic for this movie. I am like the only demographic that's supposed to guaranteed like this movie, and I hated it. So something is wrong. Anyway, bye.